too fast for my liking.
Slow car.
This is some slow flying by Chris now. Really is a flow to this model.
Yes, it lasts a bit of luck.
The model employs smoke, but I don't think they've perfected the technique because it does tend to influence the engine performance, and it seems to have a choking effect on the model.
On 6-3 just doesn't want to land. It enjoys flying so much. A real old floater, I'm told. There he comes, but it's going to get down this time. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Well done, sir.
As you can hear, the crowd thoroughly enjoyed that.
That's really nice stuff.
This is Phil Endine with his EAP. This is an OS 25 powered model. It's a replica of the current experimental fighter that's been built just up the road from where we live as a development aircraft for the Eurofighter, which is under heavy development at the moment. Once again, a canard model. Phil uses movable canards, as does John Richards with his Gripen.
Phil Endine with his British Aerospace experimental aircraft. 044, his own design. Powered by an OS 25 engine.
Gives an OPS pipe. There's a fixed undercarriage and never misses a meeting. Good flyer as well, as you can see. Phil uses a cut down micromole fan in his own shroud just to achieve the thrust required. Develops about 4 pounds of thrust out of an OS 25 with this fan unit.
Quite bad, really, isn't it?
Something quite unusual. Someone in the cornfield down, safely down, that's okay.
That's Pun Smith with the red trousers. In this instance, that model is Peter Nye's Phantom. That's about 6 years old now, that model, although albeit it's only recently flown.
Right, I've got him here, yeah.
Peter Nye's another guy, he's a prolific designer and builder. Another chap who doesn't fly, has a pilot to fly with him. This is a fallen gnat. This particular example is actually by John Carpenter, the guy who makes the kits. These kind of kits follow the same pattern as the Jet Hanger Hobbies type kits in the UK. They're a semi-kit, there are several items that you have to include yourself. Basically, you get a foam wing, glass fuselage, bits and pieces of plywood, and a plan and some patterns. We're now with the F-104 Starfighter of Barry Conway. Barry suffered from engine problems. This is a KBV-80 and a Virejet unit.
Oh, that was very nice.
The model previously was engined with powered by a KBV-72 and the Virejet unit. Barry tells me that there's no significant improvement in performance, albeit the engine can be silenced more effectively without any drop in power over the 72, which I suppose must be a plus if you have adequate power to start with. The model has ROM airs, the special linkage is designed by Barry himself with sequencing main doors. Really is a fine model.
That's a treat.
Unfortunately now lost.
If you haven't had chance to see
he
the
brought it up
Starfighter
north
on the
to one of
ground,
the big model meetings in the north of England, and crashed, we believe, through radio interference.
Looks good. Well done, sir. Well done. Yeah, that's superb. Well done, Barry. May go again. He may just have a little problem he's not quite happy with. Oh yeah, the undercarriage apparently was stuck down, so Barry decided to bring it in to be safe. That is coming in. No nose wheel again. Another one with no nose wheel today. That's strange. We've had several like that.
The model is covered in Scotch tape, believe it or not, aluminium Scotch tape. Obviously you can't get this in very, very wide reels, and Barry has quite skillfully used the width of the reel to simulate the pattern line. The prolific Thorpes. This is I think it's a 1980 model. Their original prototype Hornet. In this case fitted with a Pico 80 and their own 9-blade fan. Didn't fly particularly well at this event. I think they were still setting the unit up. And have since improved it tremendously, and it flies a lot better now. This flight, unfortunately, was curtailed because there was a full-size aircraft in the circuit who went to the land, and they had to bring it down rather quickly.
That's good. He's climbing behind now, we're okay. Just keep an eye on him as he comes round towards you. Still climbing.
Weighs about 12 pounds now, this model. Very heavy, very old, and as you can see it's slightly lacking in performance.
Okay, our friend with the F-18, he seems to be safely to the crawl prematurely. He's down, but he's okay, he's safe enough.
That signal means you've got to get down quick.
That noise incidentally is to tell pilots they must land immediately. Our F-18 is about to do that. It's ready for the full size to get away again. A nice rate of sink. Lovely, well done, sir. Beautiful.
Just flared that a couple of feet too high, I think.
Yes, we've just got to stand down.
Barry Conway having another go. Not a very successful day for Barry with this model. Pity, because normally he is utterly professional in his approach. Obviously, if you're having engine problems that can't be fixed on the day, you either fly or you're grounded. Barry isn't one to stay on the ground.
Barry's preparing for another flight with his starfighter. So he has more duration this time. Starfighter coming in, so watch out now, watch out. He's committed to a landing.
I love that. Great.
He's okay, I think he's alright.
Starfighter wasn't damaged, believe it or not.
Okay, peg 69 is urgently required, please. Back at transmitter control. Peg 69, with the pilot who has that, please return it to transmitter control, please. Rather urgent, thank you.
We'll keep the sound muted. We are suffering from a lot of wind roll at this stage. As you can see, this model's a hell of a flyer. Be very interested to see if Chris brings this model out as a plan or hopefully a kit or something. He's never done this before, never produced kits, but he has made these plans available to the magazines in the past. And he has some very big, very impressive models to his credit.
Okay. Shall we wait for the comic to land? Yes, okay, and then it's prizes awarded. All sorts of Oscar-winning prizes. And the people have actually been selected, nominated by...
As you can see there, Chris applied some smoke and has immediately doused the engine. This landing represents the end of the event, and there was a prize giving to follow.
And it looks as if it shouldn't want to do that, really. But it does. The eyes of Wroughton are on the comet. Lovely.
The next few minutes were taken, believe it or not, a month earlier at Wroughton, the same venue, and we were given a couple of hours flying slot, ducted fan flies, as a foretaste of the year. The local club who fly here have kindly given up a couple of hours of their very valuable flying time at the weekend to allow us to air out a few of the models. This was Chris's first public showing of the Tornado, and it flew very well. It's a familiar sight to anybody who lives in the Lake Districts of Northern England, where these aircraft practice low-level bombing runs. £6 model. As you can hear from the windrow, this was another windy day. Very nice throttle control there to control the rate of descent. Difficult with a big heavy model, but well done there by Chris. This was his second flight, and Chris had an uncharacteristic case of misjudgment here, as you'll see on the landing. This is a landing approach. Single engine, as you can hear. First public airing of Alex's MiG-29, and it flew really well. People had waited to see this all through the winter. Everybody knew it was being built, and it didn't disappoint anybody.
That's what we mean.
With a dolly undercarriage model, you have to elect whether to land on the tarmac, and if you do it properly you just scratch the paintwork, or to go into the grass, which normally gives you a good cushioned effect and doesn't really affect the model. Unfortunately, the crop in on the perimeter of the runway looked to be quite a comfortable place to land, but was in fact very rocky and very hard. As I said earlier, we've had an exceptionally good summer, and that meant very little rain, and the ground was quite dry and not the place to land a model of this size. So they elected to land on the runway, and you will see the effects of that. Attempted tail slide there. forgive the overindulgence with this model. It was a particular favourite of mine, and I did probably spend a little bit more time than I should on the air shots. More later. Sounds remarkably like a Cessna. Just a brief glimpse of my own F1 Mirage with me in my gondola's outfit. As you can see, the model got caught up on the dolly, but took off okay. Back to my second favourite at the event. This is the Viking. This is the flight, to forewarn you and prepare you, that ended in grief. Very, very sad situation. We had a very, very large crowd, and most of them were the general public rather than aeromodelling enthusiasts, because Wroughton is in fact the home of one of the air museums, and there were a lot of the general public around, and safety precautions were quite tight. John Minahet, the pilot, suffered an engine failure which didn't appear to give many problems. He did fly around on more than one full circuit to try and establish a good landing pattern. What happened, unfortunately, was whilst the model will fly and turn against the dead engine, because he did have to turn against the dead engine to keep the model away from the crowd, he didn't realise and made the mistake of throttling back to reduce speed. And unfortunately, when the speed was reduced quite low and he opened the throttle, the adverse thrust was sufficient to throw the model into a spin. And unfortunately, you'll see the results of this. As I said, this particular footage was taken prior to the earlier footage you've seen at the main Ducted fan event, which illustrates the fact that the model was in fact repaired. Just to remind you, it's a £20 model, 2 Pico 45s with Thor jet units. It's built principally from foam, and as John said to me, it now has it's foam and epoxy. There's a lot of repair work gone into the model. I'll let you listen to the engine so you can hear the sequence of events leading up to the crash. I'll leave the sound and the wind roar high because you can hear from the crowd what happened.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It is a can engine.
Yeah.
That's a single engine performance, as you can hear now. Now watch what happens now.
There's 3 categories today: best overall model.
Nobody hurt. Model was damaged, and John's pride was dented. This is the brief glimpse of the prize going at the end of the event, with our guest Rich Jurovich presenting the prizes. Alex in the foreground taking the photographs. Philippa Vons receiving the first prize. Gentleman out of view on the left is the co-organiser of the event, Dick Spreadbury, a gentleman and very hard-working guy.
Okay, the second category was for most outstanding technical achievement. As soon as we found the trophy, we'll give that one to Chris Gold for his tornado.
Yes, get his good knee for Christ's sake.
Thank you.
Well done, Chris.
Well done, Chris.
And finally, for trophy giving for the moment, the best overall climb performance went, I think, very, very deservedly to Steve Elias for his F-16. Okay, that isn't the end of the trophy, because actually we've got one more to give. If I can call on
The prizes were in fact turbine vanes mounted in a nice hardwood base.
especially for the mates. Thanks very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thanks to all of you.
Well done, man.
Thanks very much for coming. Thanks, Ross, and thanks, Alan. Oh, and thank you all for coming as well. You're all fine.